All right, good morning, everybody. Starting here just a little bit early. Sorry, I was kind of testing the microphone and streaming software and whatnot. So hopefully this is getting through to you. But happy Saturday. Yes, I am coming to you from my in-home recording studio, which is just kind of a modified little closet space. But it works, and I can store everything in here when I'm done. So anyway, like I said, happy Saturday. Rune International, good morning, or good afternoon to you, I should say. Ronald, good morning. Miko Wolf, good morning. G Keyman 565, good to see you're here. James Randolph, yes, you were fifth. Willard 102, good morning. Alan Corson, Legless Lockpicker, good afternoon to you. Zoe the Cat, good morning. Who else do we have? Audio and video is good. I would hope that the audio is good. This is podcasting equipment that I'm hooked up on now. And like I said, I'm not out in the shop, so it's not really echoey. But, you know, it's here. It's not echoey. I've got carpeted floors. Like I said, I am kind of in a closet, so it does maybe have a bit of an echo to it if you're listening on like some high def speakers. It's also pretty cool because I'm getting feedback into my headphones, which is how we're starting to record podcasts now for the remainder of season 1 and then season 2, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. Let's see, who else is here this morning? Newhouse Lock and Key, good morning. Rune, yes, this is actually the closet space off of my bedroom. So the cats are everywhere. They're around. I'm sure they'll cause mischief during some part of this live, as they always do. But no, the in-house kitties are in the house, and the shop kitties are in the shop. So yeah, I have them in here. Let's see. Pocket Women, good early morning to you. I think it's right around midnight your time, or just before, just after, or something like that. It's a LPP. Yeah, there are cats in here. They just, they haven't appeared on camera, because this is, like, literally, like, just right behind me. And they're not around the floor. The smallest one kept, like, being playful today and grabbing my feet before I started and grabbing wires as well. I got a couple lights in here because I am going to be doing some video, but this is one of the lights. Came in a 2-pack from Walmart for like $8. And they've got a handy dandy little remote control, and I can change the colors. Green, red, green, blue, white, and then sort of everything in between. Orange. Sometimes I can hit it just right to where it gets both. I'm not going to put you through all of that. Just going to keep it on that so it looks okay. Dave Adion, good morning. Yes, I was a little bit early. I just wanted to get started. Jay, yes, I am in the closet today. Newhouse, you say blue? Let's see, does that help a little bit? Maybe make me not look so red? Yes, I've been out of the closet for a long time now, so. But it's comfortable in here. It's kind of cozy, you know. Anyway, good morning to everybody. Thank you for joining in. Obviously, I don't have really any room because this little desk is just wide enough for the computer, the microphone, and a drink. I got a shelf down here. It's like a cheap $30 desk from Walmart. So not expecting much out of it, but the size was right, and it seems to work. Let's see. Robert Patton, good morning. I guess kind of the blue does give kind of a good tint. The brightness is all the way up. Let's see. What about pink? Is that... Now that probably makes me look even worse. Dark blue. Purple-ish. I don't know. I have to play with it a little bit. We'll just leave it on that for a while. Anyway, there's no longer room for activities. Well, just not today. There will be activities, but we'll get into that. But for today, I'm doing this live, and it's in part for a trial run, which I kind of talked about last night on the video that I posted, standalone video. Let's see. Oh, cool. Pocket Women. I'll have to watch that after the live this morning. Got stripes in the background. Yeah. Well, because of the edges of the closet, I'm going to do different lights in here. Like there's to these sides, there are little flanges that come out and sort of close off. And I want to put the lights here. That way I won't get the shadows. Maybe even a light overhead. I just have to figure out the wiring because my closest outlet is about 5 feet that way. And it kind of has to sneak around some stuff. So, yeah, I'll have to figure that out. I do have a solution for it in mind. I just need to go get it. Let's see here. Let's look. No locks will be bricked today. Yes, Rune, that is correct. When is the live for the podcast coming? Okay. I'm glad you brought that up, Newhouse. Why did I just go out of focus? My webcam. Let's see. I'm having to use OBS Studio to do this. Looks all right. Because YouTube has native streaming from the app on your phone, but they don't have native streaming from their website. I don't know. Maybe it's too taxing on the resources or something. I don't know. Let's see. Yes, Newhouse. The Rune is correct. Friday, this coming Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time is the Three Tumblers inaugural live recording and broadcast. It'll be over on the Three Tumblers channel on YouTube. Really encourage you to join in. I think we're going to have at least a couple guests, but we're still also looking for some more guests. And our theme for the show will be war stories. You sit around in a class and there's always that one guy that just starts talking about a story that, happened to him, and one tiny part of what's going on in this class might relate to one tiny part of what his story is about, but he just felt the need to share share the entire thing with everybody. But, sometimes you can get some good knowledge out of those war stories, and so we're just going to have some war stories. You might learn something, you might not. And if you're interested in coming on and being a part of telling those war stories, then send the podcast an email or a Twitter message and just kind of briefly describe your war story. It doesn't have to be anything long. Just say, hey, I have a war story about breaking glass in a door. I've got a war story about dropping a screwdriver down a door. Or, I've got a war story about cutting my finger wide open while I was working. I don't know. Something, whatever it is, just kind of give us a brief, one sentence description of what your war story is, and we'll look at it. And, as long as it's somewhat locksmithing related, we'll probably let you on. And Tyler and Jeff will coordinate getting you invite links to come on to the show, and we can have you on for a little bit. Let's see. Let's look here. My camera keeps going out of focus. Let's see. Newhouse has a question for Mr. List Counsel. Well, Newhouse, I would suggest that you send that question in the form of an email or a tweet to the Three Tumblers podcast. Just send it there and we can answer it on an episode of the show. In fact, we're going to be recording another episode today. And if you guys want to sort of list in the chat, then you can kind of help out with that recording today, because part of what we're going to be talking about is fictional lockpicking, or lockpicking in TVs and movies, more specifically. Let's see, Newhouse. Yes, I will put this in here. There we go. Yeah, Miko Wolf, I have heard stories from other locksmiths about something like that. That's not a very fun proposition or situation to be in at all, being threatened. Let's see if I can do for my video. Let's see. I don't see an option to turn off my autofocus. Alrighty. So, yes, the Three Tumblers, while we're discussing that. So yeah, the live is coming Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you want to be a part of it, send us a message. Put the email address in the chat, and also it is all over the ends of our podcast episodes, so you can send us an email there or find us on Twitter. Either way, we've been pretty active on Twitter lately. Just posting different things. Tyler and Jeff sort of manage Twitter and take care of stuff like that. So that's where we are there. Speaking of season 2, and the reason why we have all this fancy equipment. Yeah, it's a really nice microphone. It's heavy. You know what they say about heavy things, they're expensive. But no, actually, this is a cool little Yeti microphone. If I can get it to sit even again. I don't know what that was from. Something wasn't plugged in all the way, apparently. Okay, cool. Now I should be back. It's another cool thing about hearing myself. I can, monitor how the audio sounds. Let's see. I am actually going to... Oh, hey, Jason, there you are. I was wondering if you'd stop by today. Nobody can resist a title like big announcements. Let's see here. I am James Randolph. I am copying your chat. Going to put this in here. There we go. And I will save this for my notes for the episode today. Alert, panic. Oh my God. Yeah, new house. This is a Yeti microphone. It's the Yeti Blue Nano, I believe, is the name of it. It lets you be either directional or you can switch to omnidirectional. So now you're picking up a little bit more background. And you do that just by a touch of the button on the back. Let's see. Jeff HKS, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Okay, cool. Let's see. Watching the accounts every day to retirement. All right, so with the podcast, like I was saying before I so rudely interrupted myself, we are taking a new direction for Season 2. I think Season 2 will pick up or start somewhere near the first of the year. I think that's what we've decided. It's not set in stone yet, but that's sort of what we're looking at. And we're going to combine history with storytelling and practical application and knowledge, all relating into locksmithing. And we've done a few teasers just to play with the sound and sort of the theme and tone. It's going to be completely different format than what we've been doing. We're still going to have fun. Don't worry. We'll still work some fun in there, but we are going to make it. I don't know. It's going to be different. I think it's going to be great. Don't get me wrong. I think it's going to be great, but it is definitely going to sound different than the format that we have been doing since we started. Can you believe we've been going since December already? So, yeah, it's going to be really, really awesome, and it's going to have just reading some of the stuff. And Tyler, I have to give all credit to Tyler for doing the research and writing out a basic story. I have to come in behind and then sort of script it out, and then we'll have scripted parts, we'll have live discussion and reaction parts, and we'll have more information on some things that you might not know the history about, or sort of what caused them to become mainstream, pieces of door hardware that you've seen, or you see, you work on, you touch, you use every single day. So that's about all I'm willing to discuss about it right now. We've got, I think, 2 or 3 more episodes for this season that I've got left to edit. And again, we're recording today, so I'm behind a few weeks. The episode that will be coming out this week was recorded the day before Father's Day, so it tells you kind of how far back I am. But kind of listen up to that. Let's see here. Let's look here. Talking about Sargent cylinders. Yeah. OEM Sargent cylinders. Actually, I may have discussed this on the episode we recorded last week, but yes, OEM Sargent cylinders they have some really, really good tolerances. I've been able to pick several in the field. Depending on the keyway, it's fairly easy, but you do have really, really tight tolerances. And my coworker, she was actually pinning some of those cylinders up for a job, and I got back to the shop. She had pinned up 4 out of 5, and the fifth one would only turn in one direction. And she said, you need to make that work for me. I'm like, what the hell, if you can't make it work, and she'd pinned it up just straight to the master key, worked smooth as glass. She'd pinned it up straight to the change key, worked smooth as glass. She pins it for master and change, and it will only turn in one direction. So I recut the keys and tested it. Still only go in one direction. Master key wouldn't hardly work at all. And so then I had a thought. And once the burnt rubber smell cleared out of the shop, I went and got the Sargent OEM pin kit and came back and pinned it because she was using the Lab 3000s kit. And if you look at an OEM Sargent kit and the Lab kit, the pin lengths are just slightly off. About 1/1000th. I think some of them are like 2,000ths. But the pins just worked, and I put it in there, mastered it, boom, smooth as glass, no issues whatsoever, and it worked perfectly. So, sometimes with those original Sargent cylinders, you have to pay attention to how close those tolerances are. Let's see, sounds too professional. I'm out. Jeff, yeah, the podcast is going to sound slick. I'm not going to lie. It's going to sound pretty slick. And just based off of our teasers that we've recorded and kind of played around with a little bit, it's going to sound really, really good. Let's see. Calibrate your machines using a new OEM Sargent cylinder. Yeah, we keep a Blitz HPC 1200 in the shop just that's set up with the Sargent card, the cutting wheel and everything, and we keep it calibrated. And any Sargent keys that come in, we decode them and then cut them on the HPC instead of just duping them, with some exceptions, of course. But they, typically that's how we do it. Let's see. Keeps doing car keys. You will have a video. Holy shit, Jason made a Honda key. We've got a guy in our shop that started out. He's not new. He's just not a locksmith. He's done a lot of access control work, wiring, networking, telephone systems, and whatnot. And he's worked back and forth with my boss for 20 some odd years. And, he does a lot of electrical work and stuff. And circumstances kind of brought him into working in the shop. He's worked with us on other jobs in the past, just kind of helping out with certain things. But he's actually in the shop now. And, he's going out, taking care of jobs. But he's still learning the locksmith part of it. And I walked into the shop the other day, and my coworker, she was there, and this other guy was there, and she actually had him cutting a side cut. I think it was it Chevrolet? Was it a GM key or might have been a Hyundai key? But yeah, it was the little switchblade fob where the blade pops out and side cut. The microphone does not take out tongue twisters. Man, say that 5 times fast. Anyway, but she had him cutting that, and I'm like, hey, you're doing something I don't even do. Because I don't touch that machine. I don't do side cut keys, or side milled keys, I should say. I just don't do it. Somebody brings one in, I say, yep, our automotive technician will be in here Thursday afternoon from 1 until 5. Come see her. Yeah, Rune, I bet with Ruco and some of the other locks that you have over there that OEM is the only way to go. And yeah, it depends on with sergeant cylinders, like I have fairly good luck with the 3000s lab kit in sergeant cylinders, but then again, those cylinders are pretty worn sometimes. Brand new ones, though, is kind of a toss-up. Either it works or it doesn't. Yeah, Pocket Women, I've not had computer issues really per se. Just trying to get more set up and user friendly, I guess. But I have missed a lot of content that's been out there. The only really good place for the 5000s kit is Sargent and Schlage. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have any 5000s kits. Jeff Moss, his shop uses all 5000s kits. And if you listen to the upcoming episode of the podcast, which should be out 3, maybe 4 weeks now, you will learn an interesting little tidbit about the differences between 3000s and 5000s. Let's see. Jeff, you're working on a new shop setup twice, 2 times bigger, taking Tyler's design. Yeah. We kind of, one day I will get to do a tour of our shop. And I will do it. But that will be one day long. Pocket Women, that's probably why she's training up the new guy. Yeah, we're all kind of teaching him how to do some locksmith stuff. Again, he's going to be mostly for, access control and doing wiring and camera installations and stuff like that. Because we do get quite a number of calls asking if we do camera installations. So, I don't know. I guess we'll be able to take on more of those jobs. It's the first auto key that yeah, I don't use those. D12 is one. Medico works better with OEM. Yeah, I mean, like Medico, of course, we use OEM pins. Factory originals, and then we do, of course, for multi-lock, and then for best A2, we do have the lab best kit, and most of the time that works. Sometimes I'll break out the keymark, actual Medico keymark pins. They seem to work a little bit better. But most of the times they do all right. Let's see. So when are you all going to change over to millimeters? Pocket Women, I wish that they would. I suck at using an American tape measure. I really do, because the fractions. I have always sucked at fractions. And so, when trying to do an installation, like counting off the little tick marks on the tape measure and trying to hold that up to the, doing a fresh door closer installation is difficult enough sometimes. But especially when you're marking your holes and everything, you have to be pretty much dead on where you drill those holes, because if you're off by an inch or two, it will affect the operation of the closer, and it just won't work, or it won't work correctly, or you have to over adjust it, which will increase wear on the closer. Anyway, I do wish that I had a millimeter tape measure sometimes, because that would actually make it easier. Okay, there's 5 centimeters, 2 millimeters. Okay, there we go. And that's it. Oh, yeah, Jason, you'll have to come back, because I'm getting ready to make the big announcement. But I will see you. So, anyway, Sorry, if I don't mute the microphone when I take a drink, that's all you guys hear. This microphone is so sensitive, and I've got the gain turned down to like 80. So it's only 80% gain. All right, so the big announcement. The big announcement is this, folks. I am going to be taking a break from doing Saturday Lives for a while. I think I'm going to cut back to like one a month, but there are a number of reasons for doing that, and I understand, and I feel like I owe you an explanation as to why. And I know you guys are going to say, no explanation needed or whatever. But yes, because you guys are my friends. And I kind of want to do right by you and tell you why I'm not going to be live every Saturday anymore. And I guess I'll kind of start at the core of it. No pun intended. I work Monday through Friday, and our hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Well, I have to get up by 5:15 in the morning in order to get out the door on time by 6:20, and then it's probably another hour drive one way to the shop, get everything together. I leave the shop at 5 p.m. and head back home, which by the time I stop and get cat food and get food for me, it's close to, 7 p.m. by the time I get in my door. So I've already been gone from the house for 12 hours. By the time I get the cats fed and I get showered and changed and sit down to eat my own food, it's normally after 8. And by that time, I'm just kind of beat. And there are a lot of things that I need to be doing around the house that I've been neglecting. And with the podcast, which I'm not blaming the podcast at all. It's not the podcast's fault or anything like that. But I do have obligations to the podcast. And I basically had to make decisions and say, am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? And also make choices to say, there are things that I need to take care of. And in order to take care of those things and be a little more productive with my life, I needed to cut something out. And doing Saturday Lives does take up kind of a chunk of time. It takes me about 30 minutes to get things set up, and then we normally go on for for an hour or so, and then then I'll wind up, and I have like an hour break between the live and when we record the podcast, and so it takes up some time. Not a lot, but it's time that I could be doing things that I need to do. Stuff around my house, taking care of stuff, taking care of myself, and just kind of figuring things out. So it's a matter of the one resource that none of us can, or that we all have to deal with trying to manage, which is time. That's pretty big resource to manage in life. So hopefully a few months I'll have everything caught up that I need to and calm down and everything. And and I want to say there are some of you that have came to me offline and said, hey, this is why I started watching. And I know that I'm not under any obligation or anything, but I want to. Like, I enjoy doing lives. But yeah, I need I need to take a break for a while in order to get these other things taken care of and kind of get caught up in life. And but I'll be back. Like I said, I'm thinking about doing one a month, one every 6 weeks or so, just so y'all, we can still keep in touch. I am on Facebook. I don't hide on Facebook. You'll be able to see my picture on there. My first and last name. You can add me. I don't care. I'm not going to bite. I don't spam people's feeds because, hell, I've hardly got time to get on Facebook as it is. Oh, Lord. Let's see here. Let's look back through here. James Randolph bought a millimeter tape measure on eBay. I'll have to look for that. Try it. LPP hooked up with a girl. No, never gonna get married. Almost made that mistake one time. That is not happening. Really a dog lover. I do love dogs. I love all animals. Let's go through a lot of cat food. Yeah, I do. And litter. And, the cats in the shop, I've got to work on finding them homes. I've been neglecting doing that. And I can't keep up with them. So that's definitely an issue that I need to take care of them and get them to people who can take care of them and give them the attention they deserve. So that's something I'm going to be working on one Saturday morning. And it's just kind of difficult to do that. Let's see. Did the same thing. Social media can wait. Yeah, it can. Let's see. Yeah, burned out is not fun. Jay, you are always welcome to text me or bust my balls or whatever. Let's see, 30 minutes looks like 5 minutes to me. Yeah, Robert Patton. Like I said, I'm not going to disappear. I'm still going to be on the podcast, so you can listen to me there. I'm going to be live this coming Friday evening, so I'll be there. It's because I'm a boat person now. I have not been out on the boat once this summer. Mama's had some issues, and she is traveling. Since she is retired now, she is having the time of her life on a cruise in the Mediterranean. So when she gets back, we'll probably take the boat out at least one Saturday for sure. And I'm, got at least one baseball game to go to already. But yeah, I'll be, I'll still be around. Let's see. Can also feel that these 2 Saturday live events break out 4 hours. Yeah. It's Rune, it does take a lot. And you do, you're a mod for me and for Jason, and it does take a lot. So, and yes, James, I will schedule in advance. I will post something saying, hey, I will be live this Saturday. That way you guys can look for it and just kind of be ready for it. So, but yeah, I'll be around. I've got stuff to look at. I actually do. It's just getting it all together, Miko, yeah. It's definitely time management. I haven't even worked, the police job in months now. Just because I get so tired and, my days just take up so much time as it is. And, it's just kind of rough sometimes. So yeah, retired. What the hell is that? Yeah. Yeah. My dad is 74 years old, and he still works at Lowe's Hardware. He's not, he said something last year. He's like, yeah, I want to be retired. And he retired for about 2 weeks, went back to work for Lowe's. Fortunately, he got a different position that wasn't a sales associate position. So he is on a set schedule. Add another 2 hours if you participate in picking time live streams. Wow. Yeah, I mean, if y'all, I guess the 10 a.m. locksmith live slot is now up for timeshare. Um, I don't know. I don't know if anybody will take it over. Maybe. Maybe somebody else will. If they do, I don't care. I'll put in at 10 a.m. anyway. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Rune. It's endless flow of locks to break stuff to bring home from jobs. Jay. Yeah, new house. It's funny because um, if I leave at like if I pull out of my driveway at 6:20 a.m., I get to the shop by 7:20. If I pull out of my driveway at 6:35 a.m., it's almost 8 o'clock by the time I get to the shop. And I've started bringing the truck home during the week, just because my car is kind of crapping out. That's something else I got to take care of. Um, it is a fix or repair daily car, so uh, I kind of have to deal with that. But yeah, it's a lot. And then traffic in the evenings is worse because all total with no traffic, like when school's out and it's a holiday, I can be from my house to the shop in 40 minutes, and that is stopping to grab breakfast along the way. So 40 minutes one way. Not a bad commute. And yes, I do kind of live out in the country. I'm not moving. It's too much pain, too much of a pain in the ass to move. But depending on traffic, that 40-minute drive can turn into an hour and a half drive if traffic sucks, which it does. Yeah, Jay does post some interesting stuff on Twitter. When I'm able to get on there and actually browse, let's see. Jeff Moss is asking me, "Am I doing a live today?" I am live right now from the new studio. Y'all say hi to Jeff. Jeff Moss, that is. Oh yeah, new house. I like the areas that I work in. There's so many HOAs. I will never live in an HOA, homeowners association. They have too much power in this state, and they can actually put a lien on your home if you don't cut your grass every week. They can they can tell you what type of flag to fly from your front porch. They can tell you all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I would never live in town, and plus it's expensive. And there we go. Everyone is saying hi to you. Yeah, HOAs are kind of evil, but also at the same time, they're a great source of income because they pay for you to come out and fix their pool gates every spring, and they, want you to fix the door into the breezeway if it's condos and other stuff. Sorry, the Moss Man isn't getting it. Yeah, I mean, we can get I guess technically under city ordinance we can get fined if we don't cut our grass not every week. I mean, mine got to be like waist high earlier. And anyway though, so jeez. Jeez. Text, Snapchat, and everything else. Can y'all hear the buzzing? Like when my phone's vibrated, can y'all hear that? Pretty sure y'all can hear my chair too. This is not the most comfortable chair, but it was one I had in here and one that fit in the space. All right, Jeff, I'm going to ignore you after this. Okay. Jeff's at the grocery store, y'all. So that's why he can't pop in on live. He better be bringing snacks for our podcast recording. That's all I got to say. Jay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I live within city limits, but the city that I live in has literally no stoplights and one commercial business, so not really worried about a lot of stuff. Uh, see, I've done evictions for not paying HOA. Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, okay, most condominiums have an HOA, and the owners of the condos will rent out those condos, so they lease them out. Even though they're the property owner of the condo, they lease it out to people. And so I can get doing evictions for that because somebody doesn't pay their rent. You know, it's the same thing as if you have a single family house way out in the middle of BFE and they don't pay their rent or they keep causing trouble, you evict them there. But yeah, just for well, there was actually a story in the news recently where a woman was being evicted, or the HOA put a lien on her house because they had fined her something like 6 months prior for having like an Easter decoration or something that they said was not right. And they fined her for that, like $25, and she ignored it because she was like, well, that's stupid. And then they just, I need a pop filter. That was not good. Glad I realized that on live. But anyway, yeah, they are going after her, and now they've put a lien on her house and charged her with like late fines and fines for failure to pay the fines, and is like something like $5,000 in just a matter of months, and she's got lawyers working on it. Let's see, Jeff Moss is here. No, Tyler, he's at the grocery store. He just texted us. It's in the group text. Why was the chair in the closet? The chair was not in the closet. The chair was in my laundry room, thank you. Which also has an office desk, but it would be too big for in here and not able to fit my purposes. And let's see. Our town is 40 acres and we even have a stop. Yeah, the little town I grew up in, we didn't get a stoplight there till I was like 17. Yeah, Miko, my dream is one day to have a house that can't be seen from the road. Pantyhose and a wire coat hanger for a pop filter. If only I had pantyhose. Which I don't. I have no need for pantyhose. Might be able to find something though, but let's see. Ken _ good morning. Yeah, I think some pop filters would be good. Might be able to talk the executive producer into getting us some. Just to, I guess, kind of show, I've got the input gain at 85. I can drop it down to like 55, which I don't think that's good. Or this is 99. I should not leave it here. This is too creepy. Let's leave it about here. Maybe about here. 84, 85. I think 85 is good for me in my setup. The other thing that you can do is you can do some filter presets, which I don't really like. This is a different filter. Let's see. Where can I undo this and turn this gain up to 85? Or it was, because 85 is good. But you can also do effects. So, if I need to go into the witness protection program for some reason, because I see Tyler doing something,
and I can do this. The sound has kind of weird probably with it, because I'm playing around with stuff.
All right, we should be back to normal now. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. See, some HOAs make people open their garage. What the hell, Jay? That's crazy. Yeah, I know this sound went weird. I apologize. I was just messing around. It was a demon ever. I didn't even do the demon voice. There is a demon voice in there. I don't know. I'll figure out a way to get that into something somewhere. Ken underscore. I can answer that question for you. US Lock was basically, in all practical purposes, shut down by Home Depot. Home Depot, what is it? Home Depot Pro, Home Depot Corporate, whatever. They bought US Lock a few years ago, and last year they actually shut them down and basically shut down their lock hardware division of US Lock. So for any locksmiths out there who have customers that are on the RXO keyway or any of the US Lock RX keyways, I have heard that Blue Dog Keys actually has the patent and can make those keys now, or make those blanks for you. Somehow, I guess they worked a deal on that, and so that's who you will have to order your RX blanks from. Either that or sell your customers new restricted cylinders. Let's see. Orange, Barnett, Brass, and US Lock. Yeah. Wow. Sounded like RoboCop. I want to watch that movie again. Actually, I need to watch Terminator again. I haven't watched Terminator in a while, and with all this talk about AI, kind of keep hearing references to it, and I'm like, I need to rewatch that. That was a good movie. So, wanted to make sure the inside of their curtains weren't the wrong color. Jeez, wheeze. Yeah, no, nobody's doing that to me. That's one of the reasons why when I moved from my apartment, I first started looking for houses to rent and then maybe do a rent to own. And then I said, no, I'm just going to buy a place of my own. I don't want anybody to tell me, anything. No HOA, no nothing. Nobody can just come into my house at any time. Screw y'all. This is my house. Stay out. I don't like it. New house, what kind of key punch do you need? If it's Schlage, Quickset, or Best A2, go with the ProLock Blue Punch. Can't beat them. Tyler will argue with me, and some others might argue with me, but and suggest right-hand punches. I've never used a right-hand punch, but the ProLock Blue Punches are amazing. We have, we have Schlage and Quickset in every truck. And then in the shop, we have Schlage, Quickset, Best A2, and then also Keymark. And we have one that is collecting dust that is for, what's it for? Wiser, I think. Yeah, the blue punches are not cheap, but if you can, if you're originating keys and they're Schlage or Quickset and you need to originate 500 of them, then you're going to be able to do that fairly quickly. You charge $2.99 per key to cut them out. They're to code, they're to spec. You're not cutting one on the HPC and then hoping that your duplicator spits out the rest of them better. Our policy in the shop is if somebody brings in a Schlage or Quickset key to be duplicated, 99% of the time, as long as the key is readable, we use the little gauge from LockMonkey that has Quickset, Schlage, Wiser, Arrow. It's got Best. I use Quickset, Schlage, and Best on there. That's about it. It doesn't have Sergeant. It should have Sergeant. But anyway, I use those. We decode the keys, and then we punch out the key to spec, to what we decode. They rarely come out of calibration, and when they do, it's just gradually at a time. So definitely the ProLock Blue Punches. They're about $1,000 each. I think they're about $1,100 each. But it's really, really good. Let's see. All right, Ken _ yeah, I'm getting ready to start winding up. Let's see here. Right hand dual model. Yeah, I mean, I want to try a right hand. I've never used one, but I'd like to try one just to see. So, alrighty, guys, we're gonna start winding it up. Winding it up for the last time for a while. Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like I said, 4 to 6 weeks probably for me to get stuff caught up and do what I need to do. And I'm looking forward to that. Yes, what I might need to do one day is go out on the boat for a day. Just enjoy sunshine and lake water. That cures 90% of all ailments. But, I need to do it. I need to do what I need to do. So, you guys, let's go ahead. I will be back. I'm not signing off forever. You're not getting rid of me that easy. Look me up on Facebook if you want to stay in touch. Like I said, I don't post a whole lot. And what I do post is mostly cat videos, a few pictures every now and again. But yeah, just send me a friend request. If I don't recognize your name or something, whatever name you go by on Facebook, then send me a message. Say, hey, this is so-and-so from Saturday Live. Just kind of hitting you up here, and we'll be good. So, yes, I will post what I can do. Let's see. Please post your upcomings on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter are no good. Yeah, I will definitely I will definitely post on my YouTube community page and try to make a little video announcement before I actually go live. And that way you guys will have a couple days heads up. See. Here at Lake water causes 90% of ailments. Yeah, it depends on what lake you go in around here and what part of what lake. But, lake water doesn't really kill a whole lot of people. At least just not from being in it. Health before YouTube. Stay away from Facebook. I will just DM you. Yeah, Rune, always. Shoot me a message on Twitter. If you're on Twitter and you stay away from Facebook, that's awesome. I basically just got Facebook for a few people and the Messenger, where international texting was not an option. So yes, don't get stuck in the boat prop. Yeah, nah. New house is about 2 hours south of Jeff. Okay, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah. Don't want to drink that water. Alrighty, folks. Y'all, always, it's been a pleasure. And I've really enjoyed it. And I will be back. I will be back. I'll be back. There we go. That's it. It's been too long since I watched the movie. I'll be back. This microphone really makes that sound good. Perhaps it could do the same thing for my Sean Connery impression. Perhaps most things in this room, Mr. Ryan, don't react too well to Butch. Maybe that's my next career after locksmithing. Voice acting. I don't know. Yeah, what's up, Doc? Anyway, throw a hating pat on your back and go hang out with the boss man. Well, it was different being in the closet with you. Yep. All right, guys. Y'all, I appreciate you. I love y'all. Honestly, I do. Stay tuned to the podcast. You will get to hear me there pretty much every week. And don't forget the live for the podcast next Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So, same time zone that I'm in now. Whatever time it is there, then just adjust, because it is almost 11 a.m. for me right now. So, if you need, or just watch the Three Tumblers podcast channel, and we'll have it scheduled. So, and I see all the hearts popping up in my chat and the smileys and everything. That is awesome. Amazing. Y'all, I will be back. I will be back. And hopefully when I come back, I'll be better than ever. So, anyway, y'all, have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay out of trouble. We'll see you next time.